Hello, good afternoon. Just got back upstairs. Alright. We are going to, or at least I am going to, try to do all of the scripting for the rest of this chapter. And then we'll do reformats. I've already got it open, so I might as well start here. Anyway, over on the YouTube side, hello Birdbath. How are we doing? Good? Good. Alright, it is 12:01. It's time to start work. First things first. Hold on, let me check something. Got a notification. I forgot completely what I wanted to do. Just blanked out. Let me check my to-do list. And then we'll make some progress on partners. Oh, I'm so glad it's Wednesday. Tomorrow is my day off. Imagine that. Alright. My checklist is huge, it is gigantic. It has so much stuff to do, and there's only 1.5 weeks left in this month. Do it. Alright. Next thing is on Discord. Make sure that my patrons have their early pages of partners. We'll upload that for them, and we'll get to writing. Hello, Mimi. Finally got dinner on time? Good. I am glad you're eating on time. I currently have apple juice. I'll eat at 4 when work is done. Let's make this bigger. Scoot that. Scoot this. Open this. Make sure text for partners. Good. Aha! Page 9. Fighting for my life to get Twitch to work on Google. It isn't. Oh no! It isn't behaving on Google Chrome. That's weird. I'm sorry, Birdbath. Oh, cute little heart emoji. Thank you, Minnie. Alright. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 pages to do. 16 pages to storyboard. Alright, so what I'll do first is make a little summary for each page so that I'm not going back and forth between my notebook here that has all of the chapter. I have this chapter and the next 2 chapters written out and summarized page by page. But once we hit part 16, I need to get back to writing more. Yeah, I'm just gonna type up quick summaries so that we can just work on the screen. I'm not looking at this page. Ah, Birdbath made it over to Twitch. Hi. Birdbath is like the one little goat amongst the flock of sheep. Just there, just chilling. Firefox, my beloved. I'm glad it's working. Alright, I'm a focus. I'm a focus and type this stuff up. Ah, Birdbath lurking? Alright. Almost there. 7 more pages to write. Five more pages. I'm trying to understand what I mean by what I wrote here. What was I thinking? What was I imagining while... Okay. I think I just wrote Felix instead of Thad. I think that's what I did. Just cut that out. I don't need that. Makes sense in the moment, noting down, not during the edit later, right? I need to start writing the date whenever I sit down and write something physically so that I know when it was that I decided to come up with some of these ideas, because I'm telling you, it has been months since I wrote these outlines. It would be so helpful if I wrote a date on this paper. At least with like digital files, you can get a sense of like when was the file made, and the computer like saves the date. On paper, it's just like, oh gosh, I don't know. Usually, I put a date at the front of each notebook, but like I started this notebook in 2022, and I've only filled up like a sixth of it. I've just had this for so many years. Hate coming back to something I know I edited, can't remember how far back it goes. Oh well, that's alright. Typing it up is a form of editing and just reminding myself what I want to see in the chapter. One reason I at least want to learn how the linear process is so I can start doing that before moving to the next step. You start with simple lines, then you move on to paragraphs, next log it into scenes and whatnot. Oh. Yeah, I've been messing around with how I outline and write stories, because I guess I feel the need to change it up again because I was getting bored with the way I was doing it before. And so before, I was bouncing around my little outline structure to like, you know, start from the middle and then figure out the climaxes and then go to the beginning and like justify that. And now I'm just sort of like, I pretty much have a sense of how to escalate tension and twists and stuff, so I'm just gonna do it in linear chronological order and figure it out as I go. Which are both valid ways of like outlining a story and stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to get back into my writing habit since the hurricane kind of threw everything around, and I've been like adjusting ever since. If it works, then it works. Yeah, the more I write, the more I'm constantly trying to be like, well, all right, am I enjoying what's happening in the story, right? Like, is it interesting what I'm writing and doing, and is it moving things forward and stuff? And as long as you've got that, honestly, you could make for a story that people will like experience well, I guess. Anyway, what is this last? Alright, I'm changing up the bonus drawings. So since let's do let's see, glamour shot of Zeke, because he's by the end of this chapter he's fine. He's perfectly fine. So we can do a drawing of Zeke. All right. So I've got all my notes written up. So that's like one step done. Let's just focus on the next 4 pages. Do it panel by panel. As long as it makes one's personal progress fluid. Yeah. He's fine. No need to stare at me like that, Minnie. He's fine. Ezekiel is fine. I can guarantee that. Anyway, yeah, about like personal progress and like having a flow while writing. I've been over the last week listening to a lot of videos on the concept of Wu Wei, which is effortless action or not forcing work, like not forcing doing something, you know. It's a Taoist philosophy. And it's very similar to stuff I've learned from studying the Gita in terms of like doing action with the right spirit. Because if you do it with like the right attitude, then it doesn't feel like work, you know, you're not forcing yourself to do something. It's kind of like effortless. Been trying to apply that to writing stories, because a lot of this creative work, right? If it feels like a slog, you're not, you know, there's something gunking up the works. Like it shouldn't like delving into yourself to try to get like good material for writing can feel uncomfortable, but it should also feel fulfilling. You know, it shouldn't be suffering, I think. If you're constantly suffering for your art, you don't like the art, you like suffering. Or something like that. I don't know. That's just me rambling. Lurking because I'm watching Charmed from 1998. Oh my god. I loved Charmed. I used to watch Charmed with my mom when I was a kid. In the early 2000s. My mom and I would watch stuff when I came home from elementary school. Charmed is great. Honestly, Birdbath, you're allowed to enjoy whatever you want, regardless of whether or not that piece of content is aimed at your demographic. That's it. That's all. You're allowed to enjoy what you enjoy. And indeed one of the better series on TV back then, right? I'm telling you, all the stuff with like witches and stuff. Fun. Fun stuff. Witches and wizards and magic. Fantasy is where it's at. Followed up by sci-fi, and then crime thrillers. That's my hierarchy of things I enjoy watching. Which explains the kinds of stories I write. Let's keep writing these 4 pages so that I can finish writing for the day. I'm still burned by that one Horde soap opera called The Horton Saga. It went on for eternity. Oh no, Minnie. The episodes for Charmed are long? Yeah, if it was like one of those hour-long time slots, it should be at least 45 minutes or something like that. Are you... Minnie Sheep and Birdbath, why are you condoning evil, Minnie? You encouraged him with that little emoticon face. You do know that, right? I'm holding Minnie responsible as the mod for that redeem. Where are my stupid little... Betrayed by mine own mod. Encouraging chaos from the chat. Squish the squish. Are you trying to make my hands hurt before I even start work? How dare. Ugh. Hate this. Why are you making me exercise? I don't care if it's good for me. That just made my day. Oh yeah, we were talking about emoticons or kawamoji yesterday. If you hold left alt and then press 0190 on the number pad, you can type 3/4. Neat! My hands are so weak. My grip strength isn't too bad, but like... Alright, one more each. Ow. I see. Can write fractions in their proper form using keyboard shortcuts. Neat. The number pad holds a lot of power. It does. However, it does require having a number pad. Some keyboards don't have them. Some laptops don't have them. I have a number pad because I need a number pad on both my keyboard here and my laptop. Okay, fine. We squish the squish. Now I'm gonna go back to work, and I'm not gonna stop for anything until these 4 pages are scripted. Any redeems with points will have to wait. Keeping an eye on you. Nope, we're ignoring the redeem until these 4 pages are done. You heard me, Bird Bath. All I see is a little goat buying for attention over in chat. Oh, jeez, Minnie. Oh. Another young color redeem. I need to draw the first two. At this rate, I'm never gonna have any time to do any of the 3-point redeemed stuff. Oh. I keep my promise, I only do so whenever I reach 200k. Oh god. Ah! And I'm saving all these pages that I wrote in. That's important. Okay. Two more. Two more pages. This page will be like 9 panels. I need to scoot some. Alright. Yeah. Scoot those there. We can add... I can have up to 9 panels on the page fairly comfortably. Because this is like printer-sized pages. Alright, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We finished 4 pages of scripting. And as promised, I'll look at all the redeems now. I keep scuppering my bits, but it's funny. Anything for the lulz, right, Birdbath? Alright, let's see. Hydrate. Where's my bottle? Hydrate. Posture check. Everyone sit up straight. No slouching. Do not shrimp. Do not shrimp and then wonder why your back hurts. Drink some water. We drank water, we hydrated. We're sitting up straight. Highlighted a message. I see you highlighted, Birdbath. Discovered, I say. You brought this upon yourself. Now, are you ready for your boop or not? Because the next one is Boop the Snoot. Are you ready? Here it comes. Boop. That's for you. Here's your boop. And then stand up. Why are you making me stand up? I've never been more invigorated. So glad I could give you some energy for that. Fine, we'll stand up. Hold on. Let me get my stuff out of the way so I won't knock nothing down with this. Alright, we're standing. On my feet. Wow, very climactic. Yeah, I guess. Stand for a bit. Alright, let's get these 4 pages organized. And then we can start sketching the panels. Alright, there, I did all your redeems. Now I'm gonna focus on work again. What's that called? What you use? That's sunglasses, Minnie.
It's cute.
It sure is.
I see. I'm glad y'all are having fun over there in chat.
Hello, Jimmy Reyes. Have you tried to articulate your process verbally as you draw to engage your audience? Just a friendly suggestion, you might get a larger audience that way. I could. But after a certain point, how do you explain drawing line work? Also, it is difficult to draw and speak at the same time. Alternatively, I'm not a streamer. This is not my job. I am working and y'all just happen to be here. Which is probably why the audience stays fairly small. Because when I draw, I do have to think, and you can't think and speak at the same time, I suppose. I appreciate the suggestion, and I would use it if I were trying to be a streamer. But as it were, I have an immense pile of work to do, and it's easier to have a quiet stream. I'm more of a draw with me, body double, you know, hang out to chill quietly sort of stream. That's okay. Maybe one day when I have more breathing room, I'll be able to communicate more. But anytime someone comes in with like questions and stuff, more than happy to like pause and engage. But yeah. What's up, Bertha? Why are we sniffing? I'm trying to decide what to draw in these last two panels. I have two ideas. I went to eat homemade burgers and then got myself a bowl of ice cream. The indulgence is one.
That actually sounds really nice. I want to make homemade burgers.
I don't have ground beef though. I have a chicken breast. I can probably make like a chicken and egg rice bowl later. That'd be nice. Judaism forbids eating milk and meat within an hour of each other, but that's only for the more religious. Really? I didn't know that. I wonder how that rule originated. Yeah? Like, the historical context in which that rule was established. It might have been like a health thing for the time. Cause at the time, priests were also kind of like doctors, low-key. So like a lot of these rules were just sort of ways to stay healthy. And they just sort of like stayed. Like, even the Gita, in its later chapters, when it's explaining how to do meditation, it says that you have to create a seat made of like kusha grass, and you know, a cushion works. A pillow will do the job. It's not about the detail of the thing, it's more about the spirit of the action, I suppose. I don't know. I am not particularly religious myself. I don't prescribe to a lot of dogma. But I also grew up in a way that, like, a lot of Hinduism is symbolic. And, you know, it's more about the vibes. At least the way that I experienced religion. The older I got, the more I sort of dispensed of like dumber ideas. Like there is a thing
in Hinduism where if a girl is on her period, she's not allowed to enter the temple because she's like impure or something. That is unequivocally bullshit. It's sexist, and I have no problem saying so. None at all. I think that's dumb, and it came from like patriarchy or something. So there's a lot of rules I don't prescribe to, even a little bit. But yeah. The idea is that you may not eat the meat of a goat's lamb with the milk of the goat. Oh, I see. I suppose that makes sense. I don't know. I'm, at best, ambivalent about religious things. It's a more of a I don't bother you, please don't bother me sort of vibe with me. Very pacifistic religion. Makes sense. Being Jewish is awesome, the food is great. I imagine so. I like food in general. I don't have super uber strong opinions on like the fundamentals of most religions. I will take issue with people who try to use religion as a cudgel against those that aren't like them. I'll take issue with that. But the fundamentals of most religions, I'm just like, that sounds valid. As long as it brings you some form of community and peace, who am I to like dunk on that? Because that's what a lot of religious structures ultimately amount to, is a sense of community. Yeah. Again, ambivalent. I'm neither for nor against. I'm just in my own little bubble, just hanging out, making my queer little comics, minding mine own business. Always happy to like learn more. It's a religion that disregards and doesn't like all the other ones. Hinduism? I am not sure where you've heard that. I would say that's deeply incorrect. Hinduism takes no opinions on other religions because all forms of God are valid. Never in my experience has anyone been excluded. There are statues of Jesus in Hindu temples over in India. Like, it is the most open-minded religion, honestly. If you look at it from, like, the actual, like, philosophy, or, like... Oh, jeez, hold on. I tripped over myself. Like, scriptural aspect of it, there's nothing in it that condemns anyone else. At all. Hell, there's parts of the Bhagavad Gita that say that you don't even have to actually have faith in Krishna to, like, gain enlightenment. I'm not sure who told you. But here's the thing. There's a difference between, like, I think religious writing and beliefs, and the way followers of religions act and interpret those beliefs. If it's done in a way that puts other people down, I don't think that's the spirit of any decent sort of like spiritual practice. Like that shouldn't be the point of it. If you are, religious or spiritual rather, because there's a difference between religion and spirituality. Which is the one that's homophobic? Definitely not Hinduism. There's a ton of queer shit that, unfortunately, modern day Indians don't. LGBT stuff isn't great in India, but historically, there's been a ton of queer shit in Hindu like stories and stuff, we're not fundamentally homophobic. And by we, I mean like again, I studied my religion in an academic sort of way. I do critical reading. I take a lot of the stuff and the stories as symbolism, and a lot of the practice of living has to do with self-improvement. So it for me, Hinduism is a kind of mind your own damn business religion. We do not proselytize, we don't go out and try to convert people, we try to lead by example. At least that's the way you should. If you're only worried about your own enlightenment, that's something you gotta work on yourself. You have to work on your own karma and all of that. Other people's lives are none of your damn business, is what I understood when I studied, stuff. There's a lot of stupid cultural things, the general patriarchy and misogyny, which is, alive and well, definitely a thing culturally. There's problems, again, the intersection of day-to-day real life and then written scripture and how that should be applied. And there's the wires get crossed. This is why people argue over it so much, and this is why I'm in my own little bubble of like, I will mind my own damn business. Just let me live. Like, let me live peacefully. Hindus haven't really bothered anybody. Caveat: I don't have a great knowledge of Indian history. I grew up in America. A lot of my knowledge comes from just reading the books themselves, like the Gita and the Ramayana and the epics and all of that. Yeah. Oh, you mixed us up with Islam. Yeah, Islam has a lot more strict rules. I will say I don't know as much about it, and I won't comment on it apart from saying that I do disagree with a lot, like a lot. Definitely. Apology accepted. It's all right, Birdbath. Me personally, I'm not offended. It's anyone can make that mix up. I would be careful, mixing that up with anyone else. They might see it as a pretty big offense, because there's historically and in present day an enormous, and when I say enormous, I mean huge amount of tension between Hindus and Muslims in India specifically. And from what little I know about it, it's very, very nasty. Like this, it runs deep into history. Because, India's been conquered like a bajillion times, and one of those times was with the Mughal Empire and all that, and, yeah, there's a ton of bad blood there. So I would be careful, Bird Beth. Just a little right there. I'd be careful to not mix those two up. Like, I'm pretty chill, but some people would not be. I could see some people definitely not being chill about it. Yeah. Let's see, I mix up religions and their origin all the time. Don't lean into any of them fully. I can only say I agree or disagree with certain aspects of when they're presented. I like smiley man emoji. Yeah, actually, that emoji that Minnie is using is one of Minnie's characters, Birdbath. Little bit of lore. One of her cute characters. Yeah, religions and their origins. See, again, a lot of my knowledge is academic and comes from just personal interest. I have a fascination with religions and organized groups and, cults, so the spectrum of how human beings like to organize themselves in groups and leaderships and hierarchies, and that's just like a personal interest thing for me. It's an interest I've always had, religion, philosophy, and all that. I just sort of like absorb everything like a sponge. But yeah, fundamentally, it goes in the ancient times. There's a group predating the Jewish people that had a pantheon of gods, and one of them was Yahweh. Yahweh was the metalsmith. He was the chosen god for the Jewish people. This is Cliff Notes. I might be wrong. Anyway, that was like their one god, right? Which is why it says, "Thou shalt not worship any other gods before me," because we wanted to be number one. So there's that. So that's what turned it from a polytheistic group into a monotheistic group, which is multiple gods versus a single. I'm drawing this from ancient knowledge of my cross-cultural psychology class that I took in college. Like, in 2012. God. That was like 12 years ago. 10, 12, yo. Oh. I started college a long time ago. Anyway, that's where, you know, you have the Abrahamic faiths that all kind of like have this lineage that dives down into that line, and then the development of Christianity, and then the development of Islam with the new prophet, Muhammad, that also, so like, they believe in similar things and have drastically different rules, and Christianity came in with the New Testament, which is like an update. And this is from a complete outsider's perspective, so I apologize in advance if I'm deeply irreverent, because I'm also deeply irreverent about Hinduism. Because a lot of the stories are not literal to me, they're symbolic. But yeah, so like, but my knowledge of beliefs are limited and entirely from like an academic outsider's perspective, because I don't know. I didn't grow up to take the Hindu gods literally. They're not supposed to. They're not literal gods. Hinduism is not a polytheistic religion. It is a monistic religion. It's not even mono. It's monistic in that it believes in a universal spirit that expresses itself in multiple forms, including each and every person on the planet. Therefore, but like everything's sort of tied back to a singular collective soul, if you will. Because the idea in Hinduism is you can't actually fathom God with your own puny human mortal brain. That's why everyone's trying to go towards enlightenment. It is the striving of the thing. So to take any gods literally for me feels like you're missing the forest for the trees. If like every tree is like a different god, that's why like all the Hindu gods, there's like 33 million names for them. 33 millions of forms for them. It's like individualistic and collective at the same time, because it all ties back to the same thing in the end. Which is why I'm really chill about stuff. I take issue when someone comes up to me and be like, you can only accept this one specific form, and you can only have a relationship in this one specific way. And I'm like, no. I don't know. I've also grown up in America, and I've had people try to convert me, and no one has ever convinced me. They've only annoyed me. I don't like limitations. I didn't grow up with these limitations. to beliefs, and so I won't accept them now. Yeah. I don't know. I studied a lot. It has been curious, but yeah, it's okay, Birdbath. I feel like everyone has their own rules to follow, and if they want to follow those rules personally, by all means, you're not bothering no one. It's not going to affect my life. But the moment you try to impose it on somebody, that's where I'll take issue. Because, like, how is someone living their own life affecting you? I don't know. It's a mind your own business mentality that I've got. Like, I'm not gonna be out here being like, you are wrong, and this is dumb and stupid, and all. Like, what am I gonna get out of that except a headache and probably people deeply disliking me? Like, who wants that? I don't. Anyway, super chill. My version of Hinduism is super chill. If anything, I've like scoodled over to Buddhism because Buddhism is nice and chill as well. It's the software update to Hinduism, in my opinion, because it just removes all the rituals and the gods, and they're like, let's focus on nirvana, which is the same thing as moksha. It's the enlightenment thing, and I'm just like, you know what? This is pretty sure I enjoy this. Quite nice. I like Buddha. Buddha's considered an incarnation of Vishnu as well, so technically Buddhism is the next software update. The Bhagavad Gita was an earlier software update. Krishna. Anyway, I'm I'm not a reliable source on religions and stuff. I'm deeply irreverent because I love it. I love the stories, and I know too many of them. I just remembered we were in a different city to visit for my cousin's bar mitzvah, and some guy comes up to my mom and sister when they're walking and says, "I just want you to know that Jesus loves you and has a plan for you." She legit turned to him, said, "I'm Jewish," and then walked away. If someone walked up to me, I'd be like, "What plan? Can you tell me what the plan is? Why does he care?" I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love and peace and all that jazz. I do. I don't want someone making plans for me. I would like to make my own plans, please. Jesus is sure. I'm not gonna debate stuff in the Abrahamic religions because it's none of my damn business. I'm over here in India, where we were also minding our own damn business. Y'all, by y'all I mean the West in general, decided to come over and take a bunch of stuff, right? We were minding our own business. Just saying. Right? My limited knowledge of Indian history may preclude me from knowing if Indians also went out and conquered shit. All I know is we were busy fighting each other. There was a bunch of little kingdoms in India. Every different state used to be its own little like kingdom, and we were busy fighting each other, which is why the British were able to divide and conquer. Like, it happened every time. They're just like, oh, we'll just help both sides, and then we'll make deals with both sides, and then both sides suddenly realize, oh shit, the British Empire's got us. Again, limited amount of history, deeply irreverent. Don't come to me for serious topics. Please don't. I am just a silly person that makes queer comics on the internet. I'm not an expert on anything. I have piecemeal bits and pieces of knowledge that may or may not be right. And I feel like I have knowledge of too many things that genuinely people may get like angry about and then debate, and I'm just like, I don't want to start any of that. I have no skin in the game here, you see. None. None at all. But yeah, South Africa was colonized. There's a lot of Indians in South Africa because in the Indian diaspora, anywhere that the Britishers took over, Indians were able to migrate to. That's why there's so many in England, in South Africa, West Indies, which is the Caribbean areas, which they called it the West Indies because when they came to America, and then they called the Native Americans Indian, and it became the West Indies and the East Indies, which is India, hence East Indian Trading Company. Because they were just too lazy to call the Native Americans by their own, tribe names. They're just like, no, all Indian, too. Which confused me a lot when I was growing up. I would tell people I'm Indian, and they would look at me, and there was this pause, as if they were evaluating if I was Native American or not. Yep. Or Mexican. My cousins that live in Texas, they get mistaken for Mexican. A lot. Indians are, invisible in America. We get mistaken for everybody else. It's very jarring, actually, growing up and feeling unseen. It's not fun. Not fun at all. You never get to be seen as who you actually are, and so you just sort of resign yourself to minding your own business, keeping your head down, and not. I don't know. You get to a point where you stop wanting to correct people, and you're just like, you know what? Forget it. You're ignorant of my culture. You're ignorant of my thing. You're trying to convince me of something else, and I'm not having it. It's not my job to educate you. Actually, now I see where a lot of my attitude comes from. It's not my job to educate you. It's not my job to correct anything. You can sit with you as in, people in general, not Chad. Chad is wonderful. People in general can sit with their ignorance and just leave me alone. That's how I feel. But I've also had a lot of experiences that were just not very pleasant for me. Genuine friends of mine trying to convert me because they think that it would help my soul, and I'm like, you don't know anything about my religion, right? You're just doing the thing that you were taught to do because you thought it's the right thing to do. It's just not fun. It's not fun. And because I've experienced that, I'm like, I don't want to put someone else through that either, because it's not fun. I have rambled a lot about this instead of, see, this is why I can't talk and draw at the same time. Friendly suggestion, but either there becomes one kind of stream or the other. And I very much prefer to stay in my little bubble of making silly little queer romances. So anyway. Side note, I just learned the military ceremonial uniform shoulder pads are called epaulets. Yes, they are. Epaulets. At least we got no drinking involved. Indeed. I feel like I'd be a bit more unhinged if I had a drink, but it's currently 1:50 in the afternoon, and I'm not gonna get drunk at 1:50 in the afternoon. We don't have evening streams anymore, so I don't think you guys are gonna see me drunk for a while. Unless I start streaming gaming, but that's not part of my rest schedule at the moment. What's this? feel like if I tried to draw and speak at the same time, I'd get prodigiously worse at both. That's not what I want. This isn't even the brush I want. Let me take a guess. You play Stardew Valley. Yeah, I have Stardew Valley. What of it? I even made a little sketch of my little character. I based it off of me. Do you want to see it? Actually, it doesn't matter if you want to see it or not. I'm going to show it to you. I have my little Stardew Valley OC. My farmer design. Look! It's me. It's Sera. When Sera had shorter hair. My goal was to play the game as a hermit, where I minded my own business, and I had a cat named Cat. I do enjoy Stardew Valley. Just minding my own. I think in this playthrough, I married Sean. Was that his name, Sean? The depressed boy. I really liked him. I married him. I'm pretty sure that's what I did in this game, this playthrough. Yeah. Your favorite color is all— yeah, cat! I have a cat named Cat in that game, in that playthrough. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, digressions aside. My dad knew a family that named their dog Dog. We're getting undermined? What do you— wait. What do you mean undermined? Bird bath? All over on the YouTube side? Are you and Minnie not enough? Don't start fights, Bird Bath. I don't even think he's there anymore in chat. Must not have been engaging enough. Oh, y'all are more than enough. Hey, my other alternative is the empty void. So, honestly, as long as one person's hanging out, I've won. My goal was to have company while I work, so that I don't feel lonely. I won! One person is enough for company. Also, I've been standing for a while, so I'm gonna sit down now. If anybody redeems stand up, I'm gonna ignore you. I've been standing for I don't know how long. Plenty of time to be tired of standing.
Where is Flapu? Flapu's probably busy. If Flapu's at work, it's possible that Flapu's just really busy. Oh, don't cry over on YouTube, Birdbath. You are the valued singular goat amongst our flock of sheep. No one can ever take that away from you. Just so you know that I would have bought stand up if it let me. Just so you know, I would have ignored you. Of course it didn't let you. I have it set up in a certain way. I forgot exactly how, but I think I've made it so you can't spam too many things. Minnie. What a little cheeky ass emoji. I just sat down. Fine, we'll go ring the bell. And then I'm not getting up anymore. I'm ignoring redeems. Birdbath, you just wasted points. We're not playing Cult of the Lamb. That's for a video game. Stand up. Alright, go. Birdbath, you have to show up when I'm playing Cult of the Lamb. I do want to find time to, like, stream video games. I just don't know when that should be. Maybe on a weekend. Anyway. Alright, here comes the bell. Happy? Oh no. Oh. Thank goodness you put joke in parentheses, Birdbath. I was worried that there was a fire where you're at. A blissful sound. So, for Birdbath's, lore book? Anyway, lore. Sera lore. The reason Ring the Bell is a redeem on my stream is last year or somewhere around the way, my parents took a trip and my grandma stayed with me. Now, in every Hindu household, there is what we call a mandir. Mandir is just the word for temple. So most Indian households, Hindu households, we have like a miniature temple that's ours is made out of wood and it's really pretty. It's like this big, and inside of it we have all of our like tiny metal or like carved stone brass idols of the different gods. And when my grandma was staying with me for a week, because my parents were on a trip, and so I would work, I would stream, and Ba, my grandma, would be around, and every day after she took her shower, she would go and she would sit in front of the mandir, which is just down the hall from here, and she would ring the bell. And Flapu and Minnie and everyone who were in chat at the time, they would hear the bell and they're like, yay, Ba's ringing the bell, and they got really attached to the sound of the bell, because Ba would ring it before she started her prayers. And so we have a little brass bell that sits at the mandir, and now there's a redeem. It was a ceremony like no other. Yeah, that week they got to hear the bell. So there's a little brass bell now that they like to have the redeem for because it clarifies the mind and it wakes you up and stuff like that. So anyway, that's why
That's why we have a redeem for ring the bell. Because then I'll get up and I'll go and I'll ring the bell for them because they missed it. When Ba left, they missed the bell. And I'm just like, do you want me to make a redeem? And they're like, yes. Unanimously. So, there we go. There's a little bit of Sera lore for you. This became a spicy stream. There was a lot that I talked about today. I sure hope I didn't make anybody offended or angry. I apologize if I did, through my ignorance, say something that was inaccurate. I am sorry if I did that. If I didn't do that, then I'm not sorry. I said what I said, and I hope I was being fair. I was deeply attached to that sound, still love it to bits now, but I would never spam it. I'm glad. Honestly, I would ignore spam. But yeah, so that bell specifically, the one that I ring specifically, is the only one that sounds like that. We have 2 other brass bells, and they don't sound like that. I'm also very attached to the sound of that specific one. Like I'm keeping that bell. I don't care what else happens in my life. I am keeping that bell. That bell's mine. Like I grew up with that bell because like growing up, before leaving from work, my dad would come upstairs and he would do a small prayer before he left and he would ring the bell. So I, like as a kid, before I went to school, I would do that with him. Like me and my brother would. Like way back, I'm talking like 2001 when I was like 8 years old. He would do that. So like it was always with that bell. Yep. Let's see. This goes here, this goes here. Trying to fit a lot onto this. I try to keep each dialogue bubble to 4 lines, but sometimes when it's too wide, 5 lines is acceptable. The idea is to make it as small and compact of a box as I can get it, or a diamond shape for the text.
This page is gonna have 9 panels on it. But they'll all be small. So there's the trade-off. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm cooking up something. The mystery mouse tool? Wait, what? What did you post in Discord, Birdpath? Also, ADHD, yay!
Oh my god. Why? Why are you like this? That's great. Good for you.
Oh, silly.
You're right, Minnie did like that. How do you keep each text separate? For me, it lumps onto the same layer with the bubble. All of my texts are on different layers because in the settings, I believe I have it set to create text box upon drag. I also think it'll create a new layer if you use story and then edit text in the story editor. I think each line creates a brand new layer. As for this bubble, I prefer to keep the text and the speech bubble on the same smart layer. Just so I can like control both at the same time and keep them aligned. But yeah. I use story and all that goes on one layer, one per page. Alright, weird. Hold on. I'm pretty sure there's a setting for that. Because if I can do it, you should be able to do it. Let me look at this. On your text tool for operation, on drag, does it say create text box? Select word. Oh no, that's select text. That's on drag. Never mind. Transformation settings, editing, text. Not that. Never mind. Where do I find that? It should be, so I was looking at the tool property for the subtool text. Because every time I click, it makes, and if I'm too close to one box, so hold on my story editor, each of these lines makes a new layer for me on the text. They don't do that for you? Okay. Let's see, file, preferences. Edit text. Oh, here we go. Go under File, Preferences, and under the preferences on the left side, there's Edit Text. It's the fourth from the bottom. And it should say New Text. How to insert new text is a drop down, and it says Add to current layer or always create new layer. If you set it to always create new layer, then every time you use the text tool or the story editor, it should create a new layer for your mini. I'll also write it down. You got it, Minnie? Do you need me to write it down, or are you? It's good. Your world. Has your world changed? Have I caused a seismic shift? Expanded! Always glad to be helpful. The light. That's good. Great, Vinny. There you go. That's for you. I see Birdbats just chilling out with the cow emojis. Cute. Back and present. Ah, no, stop it. We'll give. Stop. Jatus. Okay, I was on the wrong tool. Alright, give those two panels a bit more oxygen. And then now I want the most significant panel. To be this last one here. I want it to take up the most room. So this is taking up the most room, so this can scoop this. These indeed small panels. Ooh. Alright, so this can be a long, narrow panel. Heck. This will be a big one. There. There. That. Having the nose and the mouth, this can be a closed eye. And that's the money shot. This is another big pen. There we go. Nice and balanced. Oh, I forgot to sketch on the page before that. That's fine. Let's keep going. Oh no! that page didn't have any script on it. I have to go back and sketch. Time to draw. The hassle with the bubbles in text. Be gone, hassle, you've been replaced. Yes, good. That was a nuisance? Yeah, having it all in one layer is troublesome. It's easier to get them on separate layers and move them around. Like, I'll do all of my coloring and lighting and whatnot on one layer, but all of the dialogue and text needs to be separated for ease of moving them around. Loving the base idea for the epaulette. Ah, epitaph. That was the word. No. Yeah. That I was talking about yesterday with the whole Odyssey and whatnot. And how I have a complicated feeling about the Odyssey and the Greek myths in general. Oh. Epitaph is the... Oh yeah, epitaph is a phrase or form of words written in memory of a person who has died, especially as an inscription on a tombstone. What was I talking about? Epithet. An epithet. Forget it. I'm gonna look it up. It's a literary term. Epithet. Epithet. Yeah, I just spelled it wrong. An epithet. E-P-I-T-H-E-T. Epithet. An epithet is an adjective or descriptive phrase expressing a quality, characteristic of the person or thing mentioned. Example: Alexander the Great. The Great is an epithet describing Alexander. Or so-and-so, comma, horse thief. Horse thief is an epithet describing a characteristic of the person. Anyway, that word should be burned into my brain because of notes I had to take on the Odyssey. I found so many epithets of Athena during the Odysseus himself, that man, has a litany of epithets. This is my vocabulary word. The reason I want to say it so much is so I can get the damn thing right. Not to be not to be mistaken. I don't know what word I was going for. Not to be mistaken for epitaph or epaulet. Three very, very different words. God damn it. An adverb of quality. It's... I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose the word. Why is English like this? All the t-t-t-ts and t sounds all mishmash together. I say that while, you know, Gujarati and Sanskrit and stuff have famously very difficult consonant pronunciations. All the ta-ta-ta, yeah, right? Gujarati itself has 4 different thas and thas. Well, 2 each, really. Aesthetic is the worst word. The Zulu word for motorcycle is isi tututu. Pronounced as T, not TH. Isi tututu. How close did I get, Birdbath? I'm getting a flashback to Minnie trying to teach me the word Huge. The word for, what is it? The cozy feeling of, or like having cozy company. Very close. Applause. Yeah! That one, the one that has a Y in the middle of the word. It's H-Y-G-G-E. Minnie Sheep was trying to teach it to me and had to go the roundabout way of being like, do you know the Korean pronunciation of this vowel? I remember that day. I was very proud of myself. We can make a whole side activity in chat of trying to teach Sera words in languages she doesn't know. Would you like to know the Zulu words for green and blue? Oh, would I? Yes. Teach me, Birdbath. That's gonna be ridiculous. There's a spot just behind my ear that hurts. Try to loosen my headphones a little so that I'm not suffering. Alright. Oh, goodness. Birdbath, why? Why is it so long? Alright. I'm gonna try this. Lalaza. Translation? There's translations? First one is green, second is blue. Lalaza. Naje. Ah, I see. Makes sense. Question. Do I pronounce the J sound? They put colorblind people in charge of deciding the names of colors. Oh no! You pronounce the J? Alright, so Najeng Gotshani? Gotshani. And is it Lalaza? Lalaza. I need a pronunciation guide. Simply going by Roman letters, because I know how to pronounce things with American, Gujarati, Spanish, and Japanese when presented with Roman letters. Lulaza. Lulaza. Okay. Okay. So it's not la, it's Lu. Lulaza. Najeng ge si pa ka ba. Baka baka? My brain is like, I'm reading it like I would Gujarati because ka and ka are two different consonants for us. Zulu is very simple. If you say so. I would need this divided into syllables by dashes. Agreed, Minnie. So it's Lulaza. Lulaza. I got the first word. I assume, green. Translates to green. And then the second word is as grass and as sky. I love languages. I do. I am actually having a lot of fun. My only thing is like I won't do a good job when starting out. You should have seen me when I was trying to do Hyuge. And I'm probably saying it wrong. Oh, you sent little voice thingies. Najengo Chani? Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense when you say it out loud. The second one. Najengesi baka baka. Luklaza Najengi baka baka. How close am I? There's also the numbers 8 and 9. Oh no, bird bath. See, Gujarati. Blue. I actually don't know what it is in Gujarati. I know what it is in Hindi. Green is lilo. Or lila. Lilo? Yeah, lilo. Lilu? Oh jeez. Blue is bhuro. See, a lot of Hindi, anything that came down from Sanskrit, some words can be alarmingly close to English words. Because Sanskrit is an Indo-European. There are ties there. So there's like actual like roots and overlap between Greek, Latin, and Sanskrit. Ah, you know, that would just look like a mishmash of letters if I just like looked at it. Hold up. I'm gonna. And then there's after that 10, which is. Do they just not encourage counting in Zulu? Well, that's not too hard. 10 appears to be Ishumi. Did I say that right? Ishumi? Mind, I'm trusting Birdbath with a lot here to not have me say something that is inappropriate. I wouldn't want to do that. I trust chat to be nice to me, their cult leader. 100% right? Yay! I'm messing with you, Birdbath, no worries. I promise it's not bad. I trust you, Birdbath. You would never lead me wrong. You can always hear Huge? Huge? Which one is it, Minnie? Is it Huge or Huge? When using Google Translate? That's true. But why would I go to Google Translate when I can, like... When I can just bug you, Minnie? And you can tell me which one's right. That way I don't have to change tabs. I can keep trying. Oh, no worries, Minnie. It's okay.
I'm terrible at recording and better at directing on VC. That's why I refer to Google Translate. Oh, I see. That's okay. That's 8, but broken down to pronounceable thingamajigs. Why is thingamajigs easier to say than pronounceable? The fact that I can't pronounce pronounceable, is that irony? Oh, another boop the snoot for bird baths. I know I missed the meditative breathing earlier. I was very invested in what we were talking about. Snoot boop, ready? Boop. That's for you. Enlightening. Gay hands emoji, my beloved. That's a cute emoji. What? Little random bird bath, but okay. I see. Aw. This is hard to draw. I need a reference. Yay, that's done. Thank you, art references. What time is it? 2 minutes to 3. One more hour. We need to draw four more panels. And then just start line work. Or I can end early and go work on something else that I can't stream. Cool. Alright, did I post the pages I finished to Patreon? I did not. So pages 5 through 8, the finished ones need to go up on Patreon. Sorry, let's do that. Let's do some administrative work. That stuff does need to get done. Okay, so I finished the finished pages. Now let's schedule these work in progress pages. Pages 9 through 12, work in progress. That's for beta readers. Yeah, tomorrow morning at 9. Schedule. Alright. So, Patreon posts are done. Sketches are done. Okay. Four pages of sketches done. Oop, oop. Now, we do have to reformat the last 4 pages so it's ready for Tab S. So, let's do that. I think I made a mistake on the last few pages. Did I upload them as is? I have. Dang it. You know what? I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just gonna leave it. We're gonna not bother with the gutter colors. Forget it. Okay. Next page 5. 6. 7. Alright. Not sure if you saw, but I also posted some very basic rules from Judaism. Yeah, I did see.
I skimmed, and then I got distracted.
Oh, elbow.
That's certainly a power. Save. Save JPEG. Oop. Oop.
Alright, save. We finished reformatting, and now we have to upload it all to Tapas. I'm tired. Alright. Over on tablets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, 8. Time to schedule. Alright. So last episode was scheduled for November 15th. So now it's November 18th, November 22nd, November 25th, and November 29th. So that's 2 weeks worth of updates. 4 pages. 5. Page 6. Let's add page 7. 8. I'm uploading all the icons for the thumbnail. Be 4. Alright, cool. That's done. Next is the author's comment that has all of my links. Important links. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Put them all down. Alright. Last thing is to comment with my comment for the episode. I hope I didn't miss the end of the stream whenever that is. I had to get ear sauce and cotton wool to clear out my ear. Oh no! Yeah, no, I'm still here. I'm doing administrative stuff, which is uploading all of the reformats that we just did. So I'm still here. I just need to finish making my little comments on the episodes. And one more. And one more episode to review. Okay. All of these have been submitted. They're loading. I had to go bug my manager to let him know that new episodes are up. Okay. Ah. Heck. Okay. That's done. Administrative stuff is done. I get to check it off my checklist. So for Tapas, we scheduled pages 5 through 8. That's done.
Oh, alright.
The next set of 4 have to be done. Hopefully, if we can get it done next week, we'll be well on our way to building a backlog. I want to have like a year's worth of backlog. Maybe I should try for a set of 8. That way it's a whole month's worth. Because if I can finish 8 pages and give it to Patreon, that would be awesome, wouldn't it, Minnie? I feel like the only way I'll be able to do a year-long backlog for anything is if I get to work on just that one thing the entire time. But that's impossible. I need to have at least like one other project to poke at, but we'll see. We'll see. That is an aspiration that I've had since the beginning of this year, and we're not there, but it's okay. We'll just do our best. Yeah, well, not exactly, because I only upload 8 pages a month, because I'm doing twice a week now. So, and then 8 pages is 1/3 of a chapter. So I would really only need to finish 4 chapters, which is 24 times 4, 8, 16, 96 pages. And I don't know how long it would take me to do 96 pages if 100% of the time I could be working on partners. But it wouldn't be 100% of the time because that's too much drawing time and I would screw up my arm. So half the amount of time so that I can like do writing for the other half, right? 888 Sera bubbles or whatever the currency is. We actually don't have a currency for the cult. I'm gonna have to think about that. Chapters here would refer to content good enough for 1 update per week for an entire year. Oh, that's like 2 pages for me. That's why I can't think in terms of chapters. You can think in terms of episodes, I guess. But yeah, because I do twice a week, it would be 104 episodes. What? 96 and then 104. Oh, probably because the weeks are, there's always like a little extra day or 2 every month, every other month. Anyway. It's always times 52. Yeah, 52 times 2, so 104. I would need 104 pages drawn for a full year's worth of backlog. And like, you know, at the start of the year when I was planning everything out, and I'm like, oh man, I could spend 3 months on just this one project, and I would be able to get a year's worth of backlog. And you know how quickly that fell apart. Oh, it was so demoralizing. But, you know, it fell apart because I needed to earn money. And we're on our slow... Actually, I'm not. I'm kind of treading water. It's not going down, but it's not going up either. So it's like... Yeah. We're just keeping our head above the water this year. That's what's happening. On account of being an organism designed to attract you to colors, you like those? Oh, thanks. Oh, gold star. Yay, gold star from Birdbath. Because Sarah cares we get color. Yeah. Oh, yay! I got gold star from Minnie. Thank you, Minnie. I love gold stars.
There's also lore behind the gold star. So the gold star redeem happened because I was trying to motivate myself and trick myself into doing things by awarding myself literal small gold stickers for like doing chores and stuff. It lasted for all of a month and then I got bored. Which is, I mean, it worked for a little while, so that's why we have a redeem. Or if you feel like I've done an extra, like, people can give me a gold star if they felt I did a good job. It's just, that's all it is. Spending points to give me a gold star. Thank you, Minnie. Alright. Just 15 minutes early, but that's fine because I'm done working for today. We did a lot, I think. I think we got 4 pages. Oh no, yeah, I typed up the rest of the pages, so it'll be easier to script later. Alright, anyway, no stream tomorrow, because tomorrow's Thursday. Thursday's my day off, as is Sunday now. We're gonna be streaming, so the weekends and Thursday. We stream 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, for 4 hours each. From noon to 4 Eastern Time. Sera time. Thank you for the other gold star and memes. Birdbath, I appreciate it. I did it. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, alright, I'll see you guys on Friday. And, yeah, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm gonna go make some good food. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day, has a good Thursday. Thank you for giving me company. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.